This is how to adjust the tracks on your Handi Quilter studio frame to make sure that your carriage is sitting evenly on all four corners so that it doesn't rock and that all wheels are in contact with the tracks. So I have the carriage on the tracks here. This can also be done with the machine still on the carriage. In fact, I recommend you do that because it provides some extra weight to settle the carriage in the right position. The only tool that you will need is a 4mm hex tool, because that's the tool that holds the track in place from the bolts that are accessed in the holes on the underside here. So at the front of the frame, I have tightened up this front track completely, but in doing so I've made sure that the distance between the track and the front of the frame here is even, and that makes sure that the track isn't bent along its length. It could be up to 12 feet long, because that needs to be as straight as possible. So once you've got it straight, make sure that all those are tightened up. And at the back of the frame, this track here, which is also held in place by bolts accessed from the underside in the same way, the bolts are in place, but I've left them all loose. This allows the carriage to settle exactly in the right position on the track. So with the machine on it, that's providing the weight on the rear track, and by positioning the carriage over the access point for the bolt. So my first bolt on this frame is here, so I'll put the machine over that position, access the bolt from the underside here, and tighten it up. Make it nice and tight. Move the carriage along to the next access bolt. That will have settled the track into the right position. Again, tighten up and do the same thing going the whole way along the rear track. This is the best way of making sure that the carriage is sitting evenly on the frame.